enjoy teaching shear sharpening. I enjoy getting a challenge shear to sharpen. Maybe one that another sharpener couldn't get it right, but I don't enjoy these. This is like the worst. It's a curved texturizer for groomers. Hardest to sharpen, usually abused, and this is a Bonika brand, so I've got to make these right. Let's see. Now, we have a crazy warranty on our shears. It's really bizarre. Let me explain it to you. It doesn't cover sharpening, but it'll cover everything else, and you don't have to keep up with the warranty. You don't have to have a receipt. If it's our shears, we'll cover it. Now, this one's got a missing finger rest. That would not be a manufacturer's defect unless I sent it to you that way. But we replaced the finger rest for free. If the bumper had come out, that would have been replaced for free. If the screw had messed up, washer's missing, we fix that. Well, only thing we don't fix is for free is bad sharpening. And this one, there's some damage to the scissor and some bad sharpening combination, I think. I don't know. Let's get in here and figure it out. First of all, I always do the hardware things first. And I want to find that one's not the right size. This is probably, the finger rests come in two sizes that we sell. The 3.0, which is 3 millimeters, and that's the size of the little, of where the threads are, and the 2.5. And of course, all those are on our website. But see, that 3.0 doesn't fit either. Now, sometimes we get a 2.5 mixed in with our 3.0s. And I think that's what's happened. We use teenagers to sort things out. And I won't totally blame the teenagers, but sometimes they come in from the, see this one fits? So it tells me that 3 that I got out of that package was really a 2.5. So you may come across that. So, all right, so I've got the finger rest fixed. I know this thing doesn't cut. Straight hair, see, it's not cutting at all. It'll cut back here, but not in the middle, but not at the tip. But the tip doesn't even come together. It's possible I could bend it and make it cut with the angle that's on there, but I don't even like what's on there. So I think I'm just going to start all over and sharpen these. And curved shears for me are easier with the machine upright, because that's what's nice about the Cymex HD is you can turn it either way. I've got to pull off my spatter guard. I'm going to put my curve adapter on. And you can put different grits on here. You just cut whatever you want. And let's color it in and let's see what angle he's got these at. Feel pretty blunt. I'd like to have these at least up to 30. Well, really 40 would probably be better because it is a convex edge. I'm probably going to make it as a little bit of a bevel. One of my recent videos I was talking about when do you sometimes bevel a convex and convex a bevel. It has mostly to do when you're following behind another sharpener. But on these curved scissors, so many times a bevel is just the easy way to go. And they're cutting that coarse dog hair. Oh yeah, this is a lot more blunt than that. The little, where it's taking the red off is back here, so I need to go more this way to get that edge. But let's see if I can bring it up to this 40. Almost there. I've got a burr, looks like down to about here. And at this point, it's easier. Take it off my clamp and follow that angle. I'm not doing a good job. Let me start out here. Got a little spark. Did you see that? I should be spraying this with water, keeping it cool. So I've got a burr all the way down to here, and it's because when you pull it across, you kind of change the angle. So tilting it way down in my clamp will very often fix that. Okay, I got a burr all the way down, but this is pretty coarse grit. Let's see if I've got something finer. This is a worn 800. If I don't want to take time to cut it out, I don't have to. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to knock this off with my arc hone, the burr. And I'm just going to be gently. You could also use a nail buffer. I'm not getting a good ride line at the tip. And then I might just revisit this. And let's push some burr back to the outside that maybe I pushed. Now this one, it looks like the teeth have been, have also been sharpened. Let's see what the angle is on this. I think the angle should probably be the same. Okay, I got burr here, none there, none there. Might have to go with something coarser. This is a 100 micron worn. I'm not at the edge yet. Almost there. I knocked this off with my art cone. Now this is a broken art cone. One fell and broke in 3 pieces, but I still kind of like the smaller ones, to tell you the truth. So I'm going over this, and once again, I'm not getting a good right line at the tip. These scissors probably, when I get through, are going to have to be bent. Feel a pretty good burr. Gonna go over it one more time gently. And then I might hit it once more. So now I'm gonna cut whatever residual burr off, and I find using a piece of just regular paper, you want to have it fairly clean. We'll cut bond paper, regular bond paper. See, got some issues going on here. I like to push it apart, pull it back together. Okay, they definitely don't come together. And the tips don't meet. So let's work on making the tips meet first. This is my handle bender. And I'm going to bend it out. These don't bend easy, so. All right, so I'm bending these scissors because number one, they're curved. I know I can bend them without breaking them. They were catching at that spot right in here. Also, I'm bending them because they're Bonika shears. I know if they mess up, if I break them, I'll just replace them to this customer. Now, if you come across a Bonika shear that needs to be bent, call us first. If we say, yeah, go ahead and bend it. Looks like I'm moving this further on down the road here where it's catching. If I say, go ahead and bend it, and if you break it, I'll replace it, you're good to go. If you don't call me and you break it, then you break it, you buy it. You can buy a new one for your customer or tell them whatever. But always ask me first, because we do have some of our older shears that I know will break if you try to bend them. There's still a little bit right there. I don't like bending that side. Talking to myself. Trying to figure out exactly where they're catching. Right. It doesn't even look like it's a tooth that's catching. That tooth right there. Let's see what I've got. I worked just that spot that was catching. It's that tooth. Just a little bit of ramping on that tooth. Probably need a little smaller. I'm not very strong about bending these. But don't go too crazy. Well, it is further down. And this is how long it does take. And a lot of times you can't get paid as much doing grooming scissors. So, I mean, if you can avoid them and just stay with the salons, do so. Okay, I worked on the teeth side, oops. And it looks like it's working from the teeth. Just sort of taking some of that curve out. All right, so I've kept working it until now they're closing. So the question is, do they cut? And the tips still aren't crossing like I like them to. So I'm going to bend this out a little bit more. Okay, tips crossing. Let's see if they'll cut hair. No. Not any better than it was before. Do they cut straight hair? Before, remember, it wouldn't cut straight hair. And now it's cutting straight hair. A little bit of a pull. I think the nail buffer will work on. Still haven't cleaned them up with alcohol anyway. So depending on the kind of dog hair they're cutting, if they're cutting like, and I don't know my dogs and my breeds, but if they're cutting ones with straight hair, it's working pretty good. There's a little pull right there. I can feel it. A little bit of a burr on the outside. Well, it's cutting straight hair, it'll cut straight hair. It will not cut the fur. And it's still pulling a little bit more than I want it to. Yeah, I see a little bitty nick right there at the tip. I'm going over it with my arc hone. And then I might use one of the rougher sides of my nail buffer. I think they might need to close it a little bit more. That might fix that. handle doesn't want to bend very much. Actually, I might want to just shorten that bumper just a tad. I'm taking that bumper down. Oop, not too much. Okay, that crosses over more. That didn't really help. Didn't help at all. Re-ramp that last tooth. Still has a little pull. Still not really cutting fur really well. Maybe it's not too bad. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. So it's cutting fur. The tip pulls a little bit. You see that? But it will cut like go in and texturize a dog. So I'm going to say these are, I would give these back to the customer. I wouldn't be too picky. It may be this is as good as they were expecting them to get. Since it's my shear, I'll probably just go ahead and send them a new one. But if it was somebody else's shear, I would probably say, hey, check them out. I've improved them 100%, which we have. They're smooth, they're sharper, definitely a sharper edge and angle than we had before. And I think you'll like them. And then just let your customer decide. If you want to see more videos on grooming shears and these curved texturizers, which are awful, check this other video out. And that's all I got to say about these.